Hey guys, my name is Nick, and today I'm going to be talking about the interactive project that I found called Snowfall from the New York Times. Now, Snowfall talks about and tells the story of a group of professional skiers who attempted to free ski the Tunnel Creek, which is a backcountry pass behind Stevens Pass in northern Washington. And unfortunately, during this trip, there was an avalanche that was caused that killed three people. And throughout the rest of the project, they talk about what causes avalanches, the events that led up to the avalanche, the different people that were involved, their lives, their relationship with each other, and just kind of helps paint the entire picture of what happens and tells a complete story. Beginning to end of what happened. And it does it with these different chapters. Tunnel Creek is the first where it explains the history of Tunnel Creek, and the history of different avalanches and why people do this dangerous form of skiing called free skiing in, unpaved, or sorry, not unpaved, but unmarked and unmaintained areas. Then it talks about, again, the events, how they descended, and it tracks their movements, uh, when the avalanche hit and what that caused and what that looked like, um, the search for the people, and then the ending, which concludes and talks a little bit about the impact of the deaths. So, what's mainly used here to tell the story is text. That's mainly how they tell their narrative throughout this, but they also use video, like this interview style video clip right here, to get a little bit more insight. This one specifically from one of the survivors. Um, and then they also use these video graphics that also help. Sorry, and I'll replay this as well so you can look at it. That kind of helps show. And give the audience context for where we are. Specifically, this one kind of helps show the audience where we are. And then there's also photos used, of course, that kind of help provide a different angle or, a window into the past, as in these ones show. There's also a couple audio clips used throughout the course, mainly towards the end of the project. But these are mostly used, like this one, for example, is used as a 911 call, to kind of just really hear what these people were feeling, in the moment and when this happened. And then And really, what all these pieces help to do, all these different pieces of media help to do, is support the text. Because, like I said, the text is mainly how they're painting this narrative, and it does a very good job of building suspense and making you want to keep coming back and reading more. But again, if it was all text, this is a pretty long project, and if it was all text, I feel like people would start to get bored and would like a different angle or a different way to tell this story. And I think that these photos, for example, like this one showing where the line was drawn on where the avalanche actually started, is very helpful and really helps to provide more context. Same with some of the video interviews and clips from the body cam footage. I'll show what that looks like as well. But they also used body cam footage and graphics like this to, again, support the text, because if they tried to track the location of the individuals just with text, people would start to lose where they actually are. And this actually helps to, actually show the audience, not just tell them how these people traveled and the different routes that they took down this mountain and where they all ended up. So, and that comes paramount, like that comes it's very important towards the end of the project, for understanding. And then, of course, they also use these uh, body cam GoPro footage videos that also show a little bit more insight as well and give you like a very close up look at what this place looked like and how they responded when the before and after the avalanche struck. And really the biggest thing that I want to use from this project is, or at least take, not use, but uh, take inspiration from, is the way that they use all these different forms of media to support the text. Because of course we're going to have writing, and I don't want our audio and video and our photos to take away from the writing, and just make it not necessary. And I like more focus to be on the text rather than just all of the audio and visual elements of the project.